Hey, what's up, y'all? So, my daughter said she saw this article about Aaliyah took sleeping pill carried to plane before crash, says a witness. Now, this is according to the New York Post. This is interesting because this is the 20th year, according to a bombshell new book on her life. Oh, it's a new book. R&B singer and actress Aaliyah didn't want to board the flight that cost the rising star her life. After remaining silent for decades, the eyewitness has alleged that the singer was given a sleeping pill and carried unconscious onto the suspect aircraft before her fatal 2001 crash in the Bahamas. The shocking allegation was dropped in a new biography, Baby Girl, better known as Aaliyah, by music journalist Kathy Landoli. They took her out of the van. She didn't even know she was getting boarded on a plane, stated Kingsley Russell, 33, who was with Aaliyah just before the fateful flight. The Daily Mail reported she went on the airplane asleep. Then the 13-year-old Russell, whose family ran a taxi company in the Abaco Islands, was in the cab as his mom drove the 5-time Grammy winner and her team to the airport for their return flight to Miami. The 22-year-old Aaliyah had just wrapped shooting the music video for her hit single Rock the Boat, and her team was eager to get back to the U.S. However, Aaliyah, who was an anxious flyer, allegedly had reservations about boarding the aircraft after learning that it was overweight. The pilot had reportedly explained that the aircraft would be too cumbersome with 8 passengers, including Aaliyah's 300-pound bodyguard, as well as their bags and cameras. The Romeo Must Die actress supposedly grew even more flustered when they arrived to the airport and spotted the small plane. Claiming she had a headache, the Brooklyn native fell asleep in the cab while her team sorted out the mess, according to Russell's testimony. A little while later, the hip-hopper's crew returned to see what was amiss, whereupon Aaliyah reiterated her concerns. Russell claimed that at this point, one of her team handed the loose-wrapped singer a sleeping pill, causing her to fall into a deep sleep, after which they carried an unconscious Aaliyah onto the plane. The vocalist's worst fears were realized just after takeoff. The small 2-engine Cessna failed to gain altitude and crashed about 200 feet from the end of the runway, killing Aaliyah and all 8 members of her entourage. A subsequent autopsy revealed that Aaliyah had suffered extensive burns and severe head trauma, which had rendered her chances of survival unthinkable, the Daily Beast reported. It later emerged that the tiny aircraft had exceeded its allotted weight by several hundred pounds. The weight was improperly distributed, making the aircraft difficult to control while in the air. Meanwhile, the pilot had reportedly faked his license and was under the influence of alcohol and cocaine at the time of the accident. The only thing I've taken with me is that after 20 years, I can finally say that Aaliyah didn't want to get on the plane. That makes me feel a little better, but not much. This didn't have to happen. She should still be here, and I think that's the saddest part about it.
You know, it's funny though.
What?
But it's like you never really hear about her boarding the plane, do you? Like I ain't never really thought about that. Her actually walking on the plane.
I mean, I guess it was implied.
Yes, sir.
It's been so many stories like, she wanted to get back to be with Dame.
Mm-hmm.
People were saying that they did say that it was too much weight for the plane, and they insisted on getting on a plane anyway. So,
Right. But then they say Mary J. Blige, had that interview. Talking about that was the first, and she probably would have been next. Everybody finding that interview now.
Really?
When she was on 106 & Park.
Okay, so I'm trying to see why everybody's saying it's a murder. So if the people that gave her, it says a member of her team gave her the sleeping pill. Mm-hmm. So if a member of her team gave her the sleeping pill and they also got on the plane, why would that be considered murder?
Well, a lot of people say her uncle had something to do with it.
Oh. I don't know, y'all. Allegedly, this is all allegedly. Like I said, if a person of her team, like if I was to get, I told you I'm not getting on no plane. But if I was to get on a plane, I always say this repeatedly: knock me out. So, would that be considered murder if somebody gave me a sleeping pill?
And then I was thinking about that too. Like, what if she took it? I mean, just to calm her nerves a little bit.
But chill. I mean, that would give me some comfort in knowing that she probably didn't feel anything if she was asleep.
Right.
And it just went up. That's what they said. It went up and it came right back down. Too much weight on the plane. All those people were older than her. They should have had more wisdom to. And the one bodyguard was 300 pounds on his own. So then all the camera equipment and the baggage and the other 7 of them plus the pilot. I mean, yeah, and he was on drugs, but he was the one that told them that it was overweight. But they was, and then the other half of her crew, which was the choreographer Fatima, they stayed back and waited another day. I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this seemingly conspiracy theory about Aaliyah that, when this happened, is really almost passed out, I swear. This really took like a lot of us out.